Oh, it actually makes both live.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear something? Can you hear something?
Yeah, maybe something.
That's not right.
Like, without you.
It's
Check if you can play a song.
Yes.
The speakers.
Phase.
family and loved ones. For those of you, please come in. We will commence in about 5 minutes' time. We had to get something that is attached to our technical corner, and it will be here shortly. And then I just want to check. Gordon Woodley, Stefan or Stephen Woodley, Elna Klute, are you here?
Yes.
All right, you can stay seated. And then Mara Baumgartner, I didn't see her. She's there? Okay. Auntie Alice. Auntie Alice is there, thank you. And Moira Preacher. Also Moira. Okay. So I'm going to give you an invitation. Then you need to go to the hearse. You are the first pallbearers. And then the next one's for the door. There is my nephew, Brandon. Brandon here already? Not yet. Okay. Stephanie, I saw. Jewel is here. Trisha is here. David Groenewald. He's outside. He's outside. And the other is here. So we will commence in the next 5 to 6 or 7 minutes. Thank you so much for being on time. Apologies, and we will commence shortly. Good morning, everybody. Our apologies for the delay. Thank you for being with us. I just want to ask Gordon Woodley, Stephen Woodley, Elna Kutter, Mara Baumgartner, Hans Alex, and Moira. Please go to the list. Okay. Then from the door to the altar, Brandon, if Brandon can make it the door, Stacey, Winfrey, Steve, David Schumann, and Robert. Welcome, family and friends. It is truly very special to see so many beautiful faces. It's just sad that we get to see each other again. Um, to those of you seated in the pews, welcome. Welcome to those of you who are joining us online through the live stream, and also those that might still be on their way. We have gathered here this morning, 31st of July, 2025, for the celebration of life, in honoring Linda Elizabeth Campher and Biggar. I want to say a warm welcome to you and to Linda's mommies, Auntie Margie, it's lovely to see you, and to Shanice and to Auntie Martha, who is in the north, and we welcome you as well. Please keep Mrs. Biggar in your prayers and thoughts. Beginning of July, this will be the second child that precedes her in death. That cannot be easy. Shanice, thank you very much for taking care of your grandmother. I would have really loved to have you, but I know the time will come for us to be together. Here is Kayla. You are with us no matter the distance or the 5 hours time difference between us. I hope our outstretched arms and embrace is felt from our shores to exactly where you are now. To Jacob, your husband, thank you, Jacob, for taking such special care of Kayla, and our gratitude goes to your family, your mom and dad as well. May you all be blessed in Texas, and it's my prayer that you feel our love paired with our warm Namibian hearts, smiles and hugs, the size and depth of our sand dunes. There is a quote that says, "The most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched, but be felt with the heart." Linda understood that very, very well. For me, time shared moments together convey into my cup runneth over. It was wonderful treasures for me and the rest of our families to frequent Yule and Linda's home, or to look forward to family outings, rides, teas, special outings under the bridge, riverbeds, Dance for You. If they had a miles loyalty program, our family would have really run up the miles because we've spent so many times there. Time is fleeting with so much happening around us all the time, no matter where, here or geographically elsewhere. May meeting each other be sooner than later. Let us make haste and not waste precious moments. On behalf of the family, know that we are grateful and deeply thankful to you for setting time aside to be with us today. Your presence, your thoughts, your prayers, your contributions, and helping hand, the checking in, and every other deed has carried Linda's children, her family, at large. Thank you so much through this very unexpected time of sorrow and reflection. Linda fell asleep on the 3rd of July, and 7 days later, her aunt passed away, Mrs. Julius. And it is very hurtful and sad and sore. So the Julius loved ones, we are thinking of you. You are in our prayers. We are deeply saddened by your loss. May you allow the Holy Spirit to minister to you individually. You remain in our thoughts and hearts. The sadness and brokenness through the loss of life is palpable. None of us knew of this appointment when 1st of July arrived this month. We didn't know that we were going to be here. Yeah. We are at the edge of August, a month that Linda would have turned 59. She passed away 43 days short of her 59th birthday. Thank you for standing with the Biggars, the farmers, and the Kansas family since this tragedy has happened. For your care now, but long after. Please don't forget about the long after. My name is Liesel Smith. I am family. I know we all have special plans. I belong to a special clan, and Linda was part of that clan. I have been tasked with sacred honor to direct the service this morning. Thank you for entrusting me with the rule. May God be glorified this morning. My task is to do the introductions, assist in keeping time, share announcements, and bring honor to the very hard work and dedication of each one who contributed to prepare for this special farewell of Linda. Just some announcements for you. We are in the Lord's house. If you need to take a call, please allow the decorum of the day to take the call outside. We understand the urgencies and busyness. The toilets are outside. If you go around this way, there's one ladies' toilet and one gents' toilet. Unfortunately, we saw there was a bit of a hiccup with supposed to be two ladies' toilets, but I'm sure we will manage. After the service, there will be a book of condolences. We will put it on the table. I really encourage all of you to please make the time to complete a note of encouragement. You know, when people are busy with the funeral, there's a lot going on, and you don't always take heed. And a gift like this is very special for them afterwards. So thank you for making the time to write in the book. After the service, there will be a light offering. You are invited to join the family. Weather permitting, we would like us to be on the grass, but if it's too windy, it will be here on the side. We have funeral programs. If we run out, we can help you with digital ones. The pallbearers, for when we go out, because we were not certain of people's schedules, it will be on a voluntary basis. So towards the end, we will make an announcement. Thank you in advance for availing yourself. We will sing our first hymn on the program, in the program, Because He Lives. And straight after that, the family has chosen another song in Afrikaans, Blye Versekering. And then Pastor Barnes will come and he will do our opening prayer. You can follow in the booklet. I hope you will be able to see. I don't know if the light might be a bit of a contradiction here. However, some of the songs, there will be a stanza missing. You'll be able to follow. And thank you for singing full-heartedly. Linda was a very lively individual, very full of love and laughter. Let us honor all the songs that were chosen and sing full-heartedly. Thank you so much.
most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, if there's anyone that understands, feels like you lose a loved one, you know it's you, my Lord. You watched your only begotten Son hang and die on the cross. And we praise you because you can relate to us, understand what it feels like, my Lord. You know what this family is going through, Almighty. So I pray that your great comforter, precious Holy Spirit, be with us this morning to may comfort every broken heart in basic proceedings, Almighty. And may be a source of comfort and healing each and every one of us, especially in family, in Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Lawrence. And landlord shared these words. There really are places in the heart you don't even know exist until you love a child. Linda loved her children born and gifted to her. I'm going to ask Stephanie and Brandon to please come to the front so that they can light their mommy's candle, symbolizing the life of Linda that was. They are here also on behalf of Kayla. Thank you, Brandon and Stephanie. And we're thinking of Kayla. I was asked to do the two eulogies on behalf of Linda's sister, Patricia, and also her niece, Shanice. I'm going to read Patricia's first. Patricia wrote, "We gather here today to honor and celebrate the life of my sister, Linda Elizabeth Campher, a woman of grace, strength, and immeasurable love. It's hard to find the right words to capture Linda truly was, who she really was, and all she meant to us. She wasn't just my sister. She was a mother, a grandmother, an aunt, a loyal friend, and to me, she was something even more. She was my second mother. When our mom was unwell, Linda stepped into that role with quiet determination. She guided me, cared for me. Yes, she wasn't even afraid to scold me. When I left my bed unmade, or the kitchen in a mess. Now I know why Oma loved her so much. She was tidy. Which much to her dismay was often. They say a sister's love is one of life's greatest gifts, and Linda embodied that truth every day. While our late brother Benjamin might have been off with their friends, partying, and I was sneaking off to the matinees without permission, Linda was lacing up her tennis shoes, heading to the school courts on her own, focused, steady, always a step ahead of us. She was the responsible one, and I'll admit we didn't always appreciate her at the time. Her goodness had a way for making our mischief shine a little too brightly. But in hindsight, we leaned on her strength far more than we realized. We needed her grounding presence. Linda carried herself with a quiet elegance, always impeccably dressed, every hair in its place. She had the grace of a princess, without ever demanding the spotlight. Her presence was enough, dignified, warm, steady. She became the heart of our family, especially in difficult times. When our parents were overwhelmed, she stepped up, raising Benjamin and me in the ways they couldn't at the time. She gave so much without ever asking for recognition. She shouldered more than her share and did so with dignity. Losing a sibling creates a silence no words can fill. When we lost Benjamin 35 years ago, Linda and I were changed forever. His absence altered how we saw the world, and now, losing Linda, the ache feels just as deep. But if you knew Linda, you know she would never want us to stay in sadness. She would want us to laugh, to remember and to keep going. She would want us to find strength, just as she always did. I carry her with me in every memory, every lesson, every act of love. She is part of who I am and always will be. To Brandon, to Stephanie, and to Kayla, I won't pretend to fully understand the depth of your loss. Losing a mother is a pain like no other. But what I do know without question is that your mommy loved you fiercely, completely, and unconditionally. Wherever life takes you, walk in ways that would make her proud. She will be with you always. And as your aunt, I will stand beside you for as long as I live. I know I can never fill her shoes. Linda's legacy is not just in the stories we share. It lives in the lives she touched. The kindness she offered freely and the unwavering strength she modeled for all of us. Her love endures. Her lessons remain. Her warmth surrounds us. Rest peacefully, my sister. You are deeply missed already and forever remembered. Patricia. Shanice, I hope that I'm going to do justice to yours. This is from her niece, Patricia's daughter, Shanice. Good morning, family and friends. Though I cannot be there with you today in person, my heart is very much present. It saddens me deeply not to stand among you as we honor the life of my beloved aunt, Linda. Please know that I feel this loss just as deeply and send my love and condolences to everyone gathered. To me, Aunt Linda was part-time aunt, part-time mother, and full-time force of nature. As my mother's only sister, she played a significant role in my life, especially during my younger years. I spent many days at her and Uncle Yule's home, growing up side by side with my younger cousins Brandon, Stephanie, and Kayla. There I was often called upon to play older sister, mentor, and sometimes referee, usually all in one afternoon. As a child, I was in awe of my aunt. She moved through the world with grace and confidence. There was even a model strut in her step. She had magnetic presence, a laugh that echoed through the house, and the ability to make anyone feel special. As I grew older, I came to see even more of her. Beyond the vibrant energy, there was a deeply caring, strong, and vulnerable woman who faced life's challenges with quiet strength and compassion. In many, many ways, Aunt Linda was a reflection of her mother, my grandmother, not just in appearance, but in heart and soul. They both had a deep faith, a love for music, and those unforgettable, beautiful, boisterous laughs that lit up any room. I recall many memories of us dancing in her kitchen with Celine Dion blaring in the background. For my grandfather, Aunt Linda inherited her unwavering resolve and her warm hospitality. No one ever left her home without a full belly and a full heart. Whether we were at the Campher house or the Biggar house, some things were always the same. My aunt, my mom, my grandmother, my grandfather, grandpa would be busy in the kitchen or setting up a bride. Their laughter and chatter filling the air. Meanwhile, we kids were off in our own world, playing whatever game Brandon has just invented. Dressing up dolls with Stephanie, or playing hide and seek, where poor Kayla was almost always picked to be the seeker. Being the youngest, she didn't have much of a say when the rest of us ganged up on her, but she played along anyway, with that same big heart she still has today. To my cousins Brandon, Stephanie, and Kayla, I cannot fully understand the pain of losing a mother, but I want you to know this. I see the strength and the warmth and the love in each of you. I will always be here for you, not just as your cousin, but as your sister, your soundboard, your referee, or whatever it is you might need. To my mommy, who lost her only sister, and to my grandmother, who has now lost a daughter. I'm so sorry for your pain. Our family has known profound loss over the years. From Uncle Benjamin, more than 35 years ago, to Grandpa, 4 years ago, both in the month of June. And now this July we grieve again. Aunt Linda's life was one that could never be dimmed. She gave us laughter, love, and lessons we will carry for the rest of our lives. And though she may be gone from our sight, her spirit lives in all of us. Rest peacefully, Aunt Linda. We love you and will never forget you, Shanice dear. I'm going to ask Miss Gladys to kindly come so that she can present the eulogy, the tributes that Brandon and Stephanie did. Good evening. I will start with ladies as is the others. Today we gather not just to mourn, but to celebrate the life of a woman who gave everything to us. My mom. She was thin when we felt weak, comfort when we felt heavy. And love that never asked for anything in return. Mom taught us the value of money, of family, of kindness, of never giving up, no matter how hard things got. She had this quiet way of making everyone feel safe, whether through her hugs, her laugh, or even just her presence. We will remember her in the small things, her love for coffee, the way she adored her family, her jewelry, her joy in little outings and in the big things, the sacrifices she made, the lessons she taught, the love she gave us every single day. Though our hearts are broken, we carry her with us. In every memory, every smile, and every moment, we choose to live, to love like she did. She lives on. Thank you, Mom, for everything. We love you forever. from Stephanie. Our mom, she was someone I always saw as the kind of person who loved life. She to me was a lady who went through life with power. That power was peace. I remember how she was not perfect, but it's that made her so amazing. She was always kind to strangers, turning them into friends. Our mom Linda, she would always want to play, dance, and sing her Celine Dion songs. A beautiful woman who was not a fighter but an intense lover. Her love is what she fought with. Mommy would feel her children even miles apart. I have never seen someone who loved as deeply as she did. She would put differences aside with whoever it may be. Turn on a switch and there is my chatty mommy. The love she exuded and wanted to be in conversation. She enjoyed the company of others and hearing about each person's background. She was intrigued and curious about others, always wishing others are doing well, sending good thoughts to family members and her friends. She would often tell me about dreams she would have of her friends and family. Always remembering just their faces. I could see her always taking time to appreciate all the moments and memories she had throughout her life. I had thought of this day, the day we knew someone so special. How do I carry on? How do I take that step, that next step? And all I can say today is that with just the right help, and I mean that of our loving God, He created a woman that at the end of it all, I can look back and say I was not only both strong, I was not only cared for, but guided. The passing of our mom doesn't have to be a painful. My mother loved the Lord. She loved to pray. She loved to admire God's beautiful work in every walk she took. She was amazing, and I have faith in the Lord that everything happens at a specific time and season. I and I and we can take comfort in God, knowing He has the reason for all, and I don't need to worry no more about finding out. She was and always will be the lady who I can look up to. She was our mom. She was family. Without her, there's no denying the strangeness or heartache. But one thing I'm sure of is my mother loved the Lord and everything in the Lord's timing. There is no need for second guessing. And I know my Lord takes care of His children. Linda, mommy, sister, wife, friend, she gave us great memories and love and care. I shall forever cherish it. For those that don't know, Gladys is Stephanie's mom-in-law. Stephanie's married to Gladys' son, Florida. Sue, Kayla's tribute, Virginia.
Good morning to all of our loved ones who could be here today and share this moment with us. My name is Kaylile Ware, and I'm the last born daughter to my mother, Linda Campher. Firstly, I would just like to thank everyone here for attending and that your presence is truly appreciated and comforting during this time. I'm very honored to share these memories and go through some of which made Linda Campher mom. I often think back to when we were very young and our mom would take us to the church. And after the sermon, my mother would take us to what I believe was the sanctuary room, which was very beautiful, very quiet, and lit with candles everywhere you turned. Our mother would sit us down, and she would pray out loud, asking God for continuous love and safety for all of her loved ones. She always used to call us her little kitty cats, and she would always mention how soft-hearted we all were. And I think anyone could tell that from meeting us. But I think it all comes down to how we were raised. Our mother was loving, gentle, kind, soft-spoken, and her smile was loud, and her laugh was contagious. One thing that really stood out to me when we were growing up was how kind she was. A character trait that I see in all of us as her kids today, Brandon, Stephanie, and I, and that my brother already mentioned in the booklet, was that she was very quiet and reserved, most often in large groups, and she always enjoyed the company. And though she was very reserved, she was very vibrant as well, and made memorable connections with everyone in private. There's a couple defining traits that come to mind when I think of her. She used to always love wearing her red lipstick. She loved doing a smoky eye where there was blue, pink, purple, black. You could always catch her doing a smoky eye. She loved wearing her nails long, whether it was natural, with glitter polish, or with red nail polish. She loved wearing her chunky, shiny jewelry, and she loved wearing huge rings on her fingers. This one was a little bit of a weird quirk, but she always did it. She loved wearing her jackets inside out, and no matter how much we told her it was embarrassing us, she would always just wear it inside out. But those are just some of the things that made her her. She was very quirky, very adventurous. She loved playing the organ. She loved singing, collecting feathers while out on her walks, meeting new people, visiting old friends. She enjoyed practicing her karate moves in the living room, and she would watch TV with no volume, probably thinking, and leaving coffee cups in almost every room of the house. She used to always do things her way. Didn't matter what other people thought, and she was very headstrong. One thing that will probably stick with me, and I think a lot of other people would say as well, is her laughter. Whether it be laughter while out visiting with close friends or family, from playfully teasing us and laughing at the dinner table, at a television screen, or just laughing with herself. She had the most beautiful smile and laugh, and will always be on replay in my memories forever. Finally, I think my mother, Linda Campher, would always want to be remembered as a caring, playful mother, aunt, and grandmother, a loving, protective older sister, a respectful, beautiful daughter, a thoughtful, caring wife, a listening, loving friend, a fun loving, adventurous cousin, and a kind hearted stranger. I would like to end this with a quote. What we have once enjoyed deeply, we can never lose, and all that we love deeply becomes a part of us. I want to thank I want to thank you all again for joining us today. It was truly appreciated, and I pray that everyone's hearts be healed with time. Thank you very much.
Good day, everyone. Um, my name is Jules Campher. For those who don't know me, might have seen me at Busy Bee, being like the worm around, trying to stay relevant. Um, but yeah, as you can see, I've prepared quite a long one, and I was sitting there and having to listen to all these eulogies. I had to scratch a lot, but I don't want to repeat them. But thankfully, okay, I want to also as it transpired through all these eulogies here, I want to also bring the light-hearted side, mix it with Linda's seriousness. Because Linda was quite a lively person. She would, she would prefer sometimes also jokes, try to make fun, just to lighten up things. Now, that is where I come in. Okay, we are here today to honor the life of Linda Elizabeth Campher, born Biggar. A woman whose life touched many and whose memory will continue to live on in those who knew and loved her. Linda and I shared an important part of life together. And though our paths eventually went in different directions, we will forever be connected through the three greatest gifts of our shared journey. And that is Brandon, Stephanie, and Kayla. In them, Linda lives on and love, spirit. Or maybe somebody else should create it. Excuse me? Somebody is going to stand.
Good morning. My name is Tony, and as you reading this on God's behalf. The Tusi very strong. I think it's not sorry. So if I say I am me, it's me you, not me. The Leonard was born in an active beauty. Though none could deny his stunning presence, he had a spontaneous smile, a sharp wit, and a way of bringing life into their living. She was confident sometimes, especially when she was alone. But she owned it with such style that she often couldn't help but admire it. She always had something good to say about everyone, whether it was high true or not, and it was then not right. That's when she confused me. Just as many other women also do, until I eventually cracked her, but I keep that relevant between me and the great mysteries of the universe as mentioned. As some of you may know, you remember that Linda was one of the top 5 finalists in the 1991 Miss Beauty pageant. And if I may say so, had it not been for Michelle T, you might be standing here today at the former Mr. Number. But beyond the glamour and grace, what I admired most was how Linda in a fire always shone through. I remember one story from cousin that still makes me smile. By the way, the story can also be confirmed by my cousin Lisa, the MC, and Cynthia Down, one cheapest, a long-lasting school friend. He probably is also now watching it from Germany. In fact, both of them, together with Linda, made the top 5 finalists in the same beauty pageant of 1991. However, the story goes that during a casual conversation with some finalists, the topic of human evolution came up, especially the question of whether modern human evolved from apes. Without education, Linda confidently objected. No, no. If that was true, then why are there many extra? Now that Michael has earned the Nobel Prize in Science, but the confidence atomic timing is certainly at everyone in stitches. And that was Linda. Always ready and quick to come back. Never afraid to say that she thought and able to make people laugh often when they needed most. I share the story, it's your shared story, not just for laughter it brings, but because it is own way. Linda's spontaneous question carries a deep truth. Evolution in all its forms, biological, emotional, and spiritual, is ultimately shaped by two things: the circumstances we find ourselves in and the choices we make in respond. And perhaps what I was going at the time, Linda was reminding us of something very important, that we must be mindful of the world we create around us, our families, our communities, our hearts. Because it is within those conditions that the next generation grows and becomes. The legacy, therefore, is not only her beauty, her humor, our love for our ensemble, it is supplement reminder. Let us live in a way that makes the ground fertile for those who came after us. Let us choose wisely, love fully, and behave the kind of circumstances in which others take power. As a mother, Linda's love for its father was undeniable. She was proud of each one of them, and her heart beat fiercely for Diamond, Stephanie, and Kylie. Whether it was encouraging them, challenging them, or simply being there, she gave her best in ways that she could, and the influence in their lives will echo for generations. To our children, your mother continues to live in your laughter, your resilience, and your unique personalities. You carry her in your hearts and reflect parts of her in ways you may not even realize yet. She loved you deeply, and that love will take effect. Though life changes and though we say goodbye, today is fine. You also do so with gratitude. Gratitude for her life, for her memories, for her love, even for the mistakes you made, as we all do, and for the reasons we carry forward. This rather than thank you for part of you as well. Thank you for joy of experiences, for the memories and the sorrow you raised. You will not be forgotten. For your soul so free, peace, and beauty and joy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tony, for standing in for you. In our family, we were very close-knit Campher clan. And then when Sharon married and Yola married and Yul married, and I think Gordon married, their spouses became more Campers than we were. They just melted into our fold. And so as one of the old Campers, we thank you for being here for you. The most sacred work is often done in the home, in silence and in love. We are so grateful that you and Linda could raise your children to adulthood. And that they had a mom and a dad where they are now independent. And we stand with you. And like Kayla said, what we once enjoyed deeply, we can never lose. For all that we love deeply becomes a part of us. There is a special quote by Helen Keller. She was a deaf and blind American activist. I am going to pick one hymn because of time, and then we will hand over to Pastor Barnes to break the bread of life for us and do the scripture reading afterwards. Jesus paid it all. Let us stand and we sing the hymn Jesus paid it all. And while that hymn is being sought, I just want to remind us of Philippians 1 verse 3 that reads, every time I think of you, I give thanks to my God. And that is something that I will regarding that.